It is Wednesday morning. It is almost 7 AM. I'm going 26 speed camera, so up yours. Being a professional driver like I am, you know, with 7 in-vehicle cameras. Just listening to my favourite song in the car, or one of them. I've got many favourites, and it went something a little bit like this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Normally I'd be singing "The Sun is Shining" on the Retro Collector show, but today it's going to be more like "It looks like it's gonna rain" on the Retro Collector show. Oh. The thing is, guys, I actually love winter. We're not properly in winter yet, I know, but I love winter. I love these chilly mornings. And yeah, I prefer them to summer. So yeah, love it. Love it. Bring it on. See, I love that. Look at that sky, man. I love that just as much as I do when I'm looking at a nice sunset or something. That is very picturesque, isn't it? Oh yes indeed. Yes indeedy do. Diddly diddly do, Simpson, diddly diddly do. Haddly diddly do, Simpson.
You are watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
It is a nice nippy one here on the Retro Collector show. Two of them, they're really nice. Boom.
Very much good. Fucking quite man look like a shit. Apart from that, there's a lovely other one, the Royal.
Yeah, they are, they're nice scooters, they're big.
Yeah. Is that something you would buy?
Yeah,
Right money? Yeah, right. I'll let you know, I've got some up there. I've got a lot of gold in that there.
Hello, mate.
Gone first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I'll cut one of them down. I've never been there.
do cameras as well. Yeah. Cameras and sewing machines. I do as well when a scooters ain't selling. Yeah. If you try and do too much, you end up in the brains all over the place.
Yeah.
People message you about all different things.
Yeah. You are right. Sometimes when Mrs. speaks to me, I'm like just looking into nothing.
You've got too many things. That's why I think I'm just going to stick with cameras, like when scooters ain't selling. Because cameras go well.
Do they?
Yeah.
The old stuff.
And the digital ones sell really well.
No. Not going to rain, is it?
No, it shouldn't do.
Nah.
You want a little coat for him? He looks freezing.
Yeah, go on then if you
I
want.
think it fits him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, mate, that's it. Put that
Does
on.
it fit him?
Yeah, do you want to try it on?
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you just... You.
That's it.
That's Do you really...
That's it. We'll take that off a minute, shall we?
Just a sec.
Yeah.
He won't
That's
run
it. You
off,
just
will
hold
he?
his collar. That's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Come on, little baby. He's cold.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
There you go. There you go, little man. Get it in without hurting you.
That's it. Thank you.
There you go.
What does that say on there? King of the house. That's it.
King of the house.
Right.
It belonged to
That's
one
it.
named king.
Love. Lovely woman. That was good. Bit warmer now, mate, ain't you? little model cars there. Okay, mate. Thank you. How much that one? How much that one, mate? 40, yeah? What year is that from? 1940s.
40 years.
Yeah, that's lovely, that. My favourite, Lee Child. I have read all of his books. First one I ever read many years ago was called One Shot, which was then turned into a film starring Tom Cruise. The book's a lot better than the film, but I find that normally. I found that would Catch Me If You Can as well. goes into more detail, don't they, the books? Yeah, Lee Child, brilliant. Right, yes please. Don't even care how much these are, love this. Extravaganza, no! So exciting! Not!
Live events and more. Not a member yet? Sign up on the John Lewis app today. John Lewis.
Sign up on the Retro Collector app today for quality.
25 retailers. T's and C's and exclusions apply.
T's and C's and bollocks apply.
For no win, no fee compensation claims.
Hi, just these, thanks. Did you cash back?
The long and bumpy road is where I'll be.
That's what a robot would say. What a load of malarkey. Smarty keeps things simple. Like 80 gigabytes for £10 and a rolling monthly single.
It's
Information leak-free night. Step 1, dress step 2. Complete the evening activity chart. Toilets, PJs. You've unlocked peak ninja powers. Leak protection and unstoppable confidence. Mission accomplished at sunrise. So long as this morning South Bermondsey has rather high new road remains blocked in both directions.
remains blocked in both directions. There's a surprise.
Cheese back to Surrey, Keys and Peckham, and it's so again in Westminster on the M11 from the car fire in the early hours. 3 lanes still closed between junction 5 for Loughton and the North Circular at junction 4. As long goes out to cut off the M25 local lanes to Battery 06 for Waltham Abbey.
Download Rayo to your phone now. The home of Ken Bruce, Popmaster.
Greatest hit.
Iconic synthline.
Don't drink and drive, guys, because this is what'll happen to you. Drink driving, not good. Not good at all. Saw that at 5 AM Sunday morning. Someone's gone ploughing into that tree, look. Police aware on the back. So they've got out and run as well. Wow. Heard it on the, saw it on the community chat in Brentwood. Yeah, they just got out and run. It wasn't stolen or anything. They'll probably say it was though. Drink driving. Not a good idea. Can't imagine they're in too good a shape either, looking at the vehicle. I mean, the boot sale's good, but you don't want to rush there that fast. Wow, what sort of speed was they going, you know? Crazy. Crazy. Beautiful, nice country scenery around here as well, here in Essex. Oh, take your time and drive sensibly, that's all. Plenty of cameras on the vehicle in case someone ploughs into you and says that it wasn't their fault. Plus, for this production, we've got professional cameras GoPros and all sorts, so that when I'm talking to myself I don't sound that strange. Sometimes people look at me and like, who is he talking to? Like, just myself, man, just myself.
Watching 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Bonsai. He was a good wrestler, him.
Oh. Yeah, because I've got this at the moment.
I wondered where my laptop went.
He's a bit like you, though.
Oh, even still got my name on it. Last seen in a cafe. Just joking. Nicer, not, isn't it? the Retro Collector Show. Subscribe please with your pineapple and lemon. Boo! Oh look. Second stalling, guys, if you count that one. What we got? One, two, three. Anyone want to dress their child as Adam West? The Bob Spark Plug Holly. Sparky Plug. Pokemon, is it?
Hey Retroheads, it's Nick here with another delve into my CD collection from the 90s. It's good to be back here on 80s and 90s Retro Collector. I had a bit of a summer cold the last week and a half. I really hope that is not too obvious from the audio on this clip. And what we're going to talk about today, it is going to make some of you feel very old. I just have to get that out of the way, but please don't be put off because I hope some good memories here will make up for that. This month marks 30 years since Blur vs. Oasis. Yes, I too am wondering how. Just how. But yes, it was August 1995, that one Sunday, where we were all listening in to see if Mark Goodyear was going to announce that the number one was either Country House by Blur or Roll With It by Oasis. Can you remember who won? It was Blur and Country House. I think their sales were something like 10 to 20% higher than Oasis were. And, well, the thing is, although Blur won that battle to get to number one, a lot of people argue that Oasis went on to have a lot more success in the long run. Their album, What's the Story, Morning Glory, which came out a few weeks after that, became the year's fastest selling album. Just over a year after their debut, Definitely Maybe, became what was then the fastest selling debut album of all time. And well, you know, the bands went on to have huge degrees of success. And yeah, what a summer that was. It was when Britpop was definitely at its peak. I was looking at some, trying to find some Oasis and Blur stuff that I could talk about for you. Oasis don't have a lot of rarities, but I did find a couple of very interesting tidbits that came out during Oasis's peak, which I will share with you in just a moment. But I wanted to share you a couple of Blur CDs that I own. My older sister had both the Blur and Oasis albums. They are either buried in our loft or her loft somewhere. I mean, she sort of like fell out of love with guitar music after that. But I have for you here an import version of Blur's Song 2, which I think went on to overtake Country House as Blur's best known song. It came out in 1997, so it was it was the follow-up to the album The Great Escape, which of course Country House was taken from, Blur's fifth self-titled album. And it was a bit of a slow burner, really. It got to number 2 in the charts, which was very appropriate. But also, I think a hockey team across the pond used it as their intro music, and it just started being used in a lot more, like TV, films, lots of stuff. So in many ways, Song 2 was a song that kind of took on a bit of a life of its own. And yes, all we can say to that is, woohoo! Don't mind me laughing at my own jokes. The other Blur single that I have for you is from 1999, Tender. It was the single that preceded their album 13, which, apart from being Damon Albarn's breakup album, it kind of felt like the album where they were trying to sound like anyone but the Blur that made Country House and the Great Escape album. If you've listened to that album, you'll know what I mean. This covering, I think, pretty sure that is the negative of that. Definitely. And yeah, this one actually has, do you remember the days of enhanced CDs? This was when you could pop it into your computer and it would actually play the video to Song 2, which, if you have watched, is maybe not a masterpiece, but just so much fun to watch. It really is. Go check it out. Of course, enhanced CDs were sort of like the things we had before YouTube took off. I think it was, it was back when music videos, it was when MTV was moving away from playing music videos, and it was like, what are we going to do with these really good short films? So yeah, they started putting them out on singles, and the rest, they say, is history. In terms of Oasis rarities, I don't think there's a lot of releases I could tell you about from Oasis that you don't already know. But during Oasis's peak, which sort of like lasted a couple of years after the battle with Blur, in 1996, an Oasis tribute band called No Way Sis, yes really, got to number 27 in the charts with a cover of I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. You are probably listening to that now and you're either thinking, blimey, that sounds terrible, or blimey, I remember that. It sounded terrible. Believe me, retro heads, it was. You'd be right on both counts. I'm pretty sure the members of No Oasis don't remember it that fondly either. And, another slightly odd Oasis release was released on Fizz Panda Records, a label we've mentioned before. They're probably best known now for putting out one of Coldplay's early releases. But once upon a time, just shortly before Blur vs Oasis, if memory serves, there was a 14-minute interview that Liam and Noel from Oasis did with a journalist from the NME. It was this 14-minute, very expletive-laden interview, was released as a single called Wibbling Rivalry. I'm going to play you a very brief clip of it now.
And we're going to have to say this about how you're going to show up. These lot think it's rock and roll to get thrown off the ferry, right, to come into hotel fires, to get everybody out, and they go, shut up.
That is about as much as we could get away with, viewers, believe me. And that was released as a single and got to number 52 in the charts. The 90s, everyone. So, yes, there we have it. Let us know in the comments of your memories of Blur vs Oasis. I'm risking starting a huge fight in the comments section by saying this, but feel free to tell us if you preferred Blur or Oasis. I can personally see the good in both of them. Oasis gave us some of the biggest anthems and sing-alongs of the 90s. I also really, really liked how Blur were always open to other styles of music and trying other things. One could argue that Oasis knew what they were good at and stuck with it. Although, if you remember Be Here Now coming out in 1997, that became a bit debatable after that. That was probably the most anticipated album that I can remember coming out. And blimey, I don't think they were ever going to live up to an expectation like that, and they certainly didn't live up to it in style. That's a story for another day, though. Thanks, Retroheads. I'll catch you later. Oh, and don't forget, you can catch me on all the socials at Nickfield Media every Wednesday at 8 PM on phoenixfm.com, and I'll be appearing at a comedy gig near you sometime soon as well.
Welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
It's got nice paint. So they've actually painted most of the details instead of just leaving it in top.
I've only got a quick strike. It looks like a little. This one actually. Why is he wearing a Decepticon and Autobots like this?
good one. See ya.
Every single person. No, here's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. I still think we're gonna get a sequel, right? I still think we're gonna get one.
I need a sequel and spin-off.
And listen, if we don't get a sequel,
How do I spell your name?
Violet, K-Y-L-I-E. K-Y-L-I. I bought you blue.
Could I get a can of Monster, please?
Yeah, go on then.
Are they all zero sugar?
Most, yeah, those ones are. That one's it. That one's not.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
No problem, mate.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you, mate. Giving out Monster. Oh yeah, oh, I love the t-shirt. Very cool. I love t-shirts, man. Cool t-shirts. Oh wow.
No change though.
Okay.
Very little.
Wait, give me just a second because I'm not that familiar with British clothing. Okay,
One little bit extra thanks to one.
I'll give just about to afford.
No, you're absolutely right.
Right, I have to go outside now. So
Just a reminder, so you've got one in definitely. One of the bank cards has been claimed by its owner. We still have one bank card that one of you careless, spend happy lunatics have dropped. If you make yourself known at registration, they will be able to sort you out so you can get back to spending more money on plastic crack.
okay, come on then.
I already have it.
You are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Subscribe.
Hello everybody, you are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Make sure you subscribe. Whoa!